What is going on, channel members? First and foremost, appreciate you guys and gals for all of your support. Not only are you watching my videos and liking them and leaving comments, but you've decided to do a monthly subscription here to the channel just to try to help me out because YouTubers, if that's what I even want to call myself at this point, we just don't make shit. So every little bit helps because a lot of these videos are very time consuming. So I decided after that poll that I did a couple of days ago for people that are channel members or trying to become one, they just need a little encouragement, a little content to get them there. Well, they wanted out of theater reactions. And so that's what I'm going to do. Now, I know it looks like this is not out of theater, and there's a good reason for that. All right. So the theater we went to today, it was an earlier showing of 28 years later. That's what I went and saw. I was outside filming my out of theater reaction, literally right there in front of the theater. And some kid, like 16, 17 years old, just comes up to me in the middle of filming and was like, "Hey, you're a YouTuber. Can I hop in?" And which was just so rude. And so I just decided I'm gonna get back to the studio, and it's only like 5 or 6 minutes from our house. So I haven't really had time to mull things over. But yeah, so that's why I'm not at the theater or right outside the theater. I'm in the studio. It was like, I got kind of pissed off that someone was that rude. Didn't know me. Just saw me taking a video and wanted to jump in. It was just very rude. But so 28 years later, when I do these out of theater reactions, they're going to be unscripted, and I'm still trying to collect my thoughts when it comes out of this. But my opening thoughts on it is that, it's excellent performances across the board. Aaron Taylor Johnson is great in this. Alfie, I can't remember the name of the actor that plays the kid. He's really fucking good too. Jodie Comer, who is the mom, she's good. Ray Fiennes, I love Ray Fiennes. I'll watch anything that Ray Fiennes is in. But the thing about this particular story is that they take some wild swings that they don't need to take. And I know that's kind of Danny Boyle's style. He is very jarring. He'll make you feel a certain way and then just completely 180 it and make you feel a different way, or just do something different with the tone or the theme. And you're like, what the hell? And that did very well for the first film, but for this one, he took some swings narratively that he didn't need to, and they didn't make a whole lot of sense. It was very jarring. You're like, nobody in their right fucking mind would do that. Like, even in this scenario, that makes no fucking sense. And that happens quite a few times here. So as far as recommending it to be, if you're a fan of the series 28 Days Later, it's just the whole franchise as a whole, you're going to find a lot of value here. Like, I think it's a decent enough story. It's a compelling story. It's a coming of age story, as they say. And it was very entertaining to watch. But there's just some things in there, especially some of the conveniences that happen, they're going to have you scratching your head. And you're like, oh, well, of course this thing happens, or of course that person shows up, or nobody would do that in this time and place. And that's kind of what happens there. And I'm not going to sit here and say it takes away from the film as a whole. I didn't hate it. I didn't like it as much as I thought I would, just because I was so confused over some of the narrative choices, especially the ending. I don't know what the fuck they were thinking with the ending, but I've yet to decide if I'm going to do a spoiler or spoiler-free review. I haven't figured it out yet, but just my early reactions before I sit down and start scripting things, just my raw thoughts. I enjoyed it, but I think it took some unnecessary strides and just for no reason. Like, that's really the only thing I can get out there. Some of these choices I'm going over my head. I can't justify them because they didn't really add a whole lot to the story. And people just kind of come and go, and it was very odd. So yeah, that's my first out of theater reaction, I guess. For those of y'all who are watching this, the channel members, I really do appreciate that. A full scale review will be out tomorrow, probably a little bit earlier because I got some wedding thing I gotta go and fucking do. Something that's just not exciting in the slightest. But yeah, 28 years later, beautiful, well acted, but writing. It's very, what's what I'm looking for here? It's not very desirable, very lacking. There we go, very lacking. But anyway, I'll talk to y'all later.